Welcome back, guys. Emily Saves America. Subscribe, YouTube, Rumble, Instagram, TikTok. Hit the notification bell. Today we talk TP USA recap. Repping the merch today. Dave Chappelle's latest special, Project Sunrise. Weird name for it. Woke medicine getting a reality check, and California becoming a wasteland per usual. What is new? We always have something bad in California. That's why I will always be employed. We have a video of Rosie O'Donnell speaking on Donald Trump again because she has nothing else to do.
The Kennedy Center debacle. It has gone too far. It is seriously unwell. It needs to be removed from office. It. The nameless blob of negative energy. It. Hold, please.
It's like, okay, well, pot meat kettle. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I think Trump is like actually somehow one of the most positive people. He'll do an entire speech where every single topic is negative, and you'll still be laughing the entire time. And I'm also like, it's not a trans child. Why are you calling it it? His name is Donald Trump. He is the president of the United States of America. Like, call him Donald. Call him Trump. You can call him anything. Why are we saying it? Like it's some mythical creature or something. That's what I don't understand. I don't understand why, if you have money, you have the ability to be happy. Just off. I never understood people who have money who are unhappy. Dude, you have money and celebrity status. Genuinely, what reason in the world do you have to not be happy? You can go to Hawaii, go do drugs and overdose on those drugs. You have no consequences. You can do whatever you want. Go film Andy Dick on the street instead of helping him as he's casually overdosing. You can do anything in the world. You can go to museums all day. You can go to Disneyland. You can do anything. But instead you sit online and talk about how shitty this country is. I'm just like, so go somewhere else then. It's so weird. I'm like, I also think, are these people getting paid to post this? I don't think anyone paid her for that video. She looks like shit. I don't understand. Like, have a hair and makeup team like Michelle Obama, and then you guys can talk about how hard it is. We're going to review Turning Point USA. We have a lot of videos. Anna Paulina Luna calls out Nancy Pelosi and other corrupt politicians. I love her.
Nancy Pelosi, by the time that she announced that she was no longer seeking office, had outperformed Warren Buffett. We've nicknamed her the real Wolf of Wall Street. And she's currently outperformed the S&P and made over 17,000% returns on her stock investment. That statistically does not happen unless you are engaged in insider trading. Both Democrat and Republican members of Congress that have promised to protect the American people and our country are making on average 600% on their returns. They sit on committees of jurisdiction that oversee the policy that impacts this country. Do you think they're ever going, like, first of all, let's just talk about foreign policy, right? We see this debate. Are you pro-Russia? Are you pro-Ukraine? How about you be pro-America and maybe not advocate for foreign wars? How about that? But do you ever expect a sitting member in the House or the Senate to vote for peace when they are personally invested and backed and owned by the military-industrial complex? Do you ever think that's going to happen? The answer is no.
She's like the hottest one, and somehow she's making the best points. Every time I see her speaking, it's like usually something I care about because I'm like, dude, she's outperforming Birkin bags. Like, what's going on here? And it's like, how, I don't know if you guys have watched the Martha Stewart documentary. It's actually one of the best documentaries. They destroyed that woman's life and took everything from her. And she went to jail for literally being like tipped off. Like, anyone in that position would be like, cool, thanks for the information. And they destroyed everything. I'm like, why do we allow these people who promote literal socialism to become millionaires and billionaires while fixing nothing? She's 4,000 years old. She's fixed nothing in this country. She left with that net worth. If a normal person did something like that, they would be in jail. Why does everyone look past it? Also, why do Democrats even look past it? They're the poor losers. I'm surprised they're not like, how'd you make all this money? You're outperforming all of these. It's statistically not even possible. And yet, she's just chilling. She just looks like a Skeksis out of the Dark Crystal, and she's on her throne, and she just sits there, and no one does anything, and we're not allowed. It's like laughable because she's at a point where she's so powerful. We talk about this, we know it's illegal, and no one looks into it. We have Nicki Minaj saying the left needs to stop putting down white people. Okay, so I listened to her speech, and this was actually one of my favorite parts. We've been, especially white women, we've been told for years that Black women are just Black brilliance, beautiful, superior, even when they look like Lizzo. Even when they're literally have ugly faces and fat bodies, we're told they're still better than us. And everything we do is to look like them. When we dye our hair or when we get lip injections or whatever, it's all to look like them because we're so envious of them. Like, white women have been put down for so long, the same way white men have been put down way longer, and that's now turning, because shocker, that didn't work out. But it's true. She's like, look, I'm beautiful, you're beautiful. It's good that we were like, hey, little Black girls, feel beautiful, you should, Indians, whatever you are. But that doesn't come at the fact that, hey, you're beautiful, and all these girls that look like Barbies, we should treat like shit and put down and say that they're ugly. It shouldn't come at that expense. And I'm not gonna lie, she's the first Black woman that I have seen defend blonde, blue-eyed white women. Honestly, she was like, we don't need to put you down and make you feel like shit. You guys are cool too. So I thought that was awesome. We have a video of her on all the backlash she's facing for her political views.
I know that you are getting a lot of backlash from your own industry. What is your reaction to that?
I didn't notice.
Amen. I feel the same way.
Period.
When people are like, what do you think about them? I'm like, I don't think about them.
Bingo. We don't even think about them.
We don't have time to. We're too busy building, right?
Yeah, we're the cool kids.
Okay.
The other people, they're the ones who are still just disgruntled, but really they're just disgruntled with themselves. They are angry with themselves, you guys. So you can't wake up and think about somebody who is determined to just stay mad. I literally tell them, stay mad. Stay mad.
She's really funny.
We're going to stay joyful, and peaceful, and iconic, and smart, and we're going to stay thinkers. In a world that doesn't want us to think, we will think. By ourselves, on our own, we will continue to think.
I mean, I love her because she's kind of at the top. So it's like, I can't imagine she's facing a lot of backlash from people that are above her. I mean, look, I don't listen to rap. I don't know a lot going on with Nicki Minaj. I'm not going to lie. But I know she has hit a lot of records. I'm sure she's done very well, has a lot of money. And everyone in the world knows her name. Like, worldwide, everyone knows who she is. And look, we all know when she takes the stage, the cost that comes at, whether it's losing followers, death threats, record deals, the pedophile, evil people all above are going to be very upset that she spoke at Charlie Kirk's convention, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, she will face major consequences for it. But when you're at the top, them. Who really cares? Nicki Minaj on Christian persecution all around the world at Turning Point.
We won't be silenced ever again. We will speak up for Christians wherever they are in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
So the left was the DNC, Kamala Harris. It was the DNC, yeah, when Kamala Harris just hired Meg Thee Stallion to literally twerk on stage. Like, that was the DNC. There was no policy. There was nothing. It was just literally Black women twerking on stage. And I was like, that's the Democrat. And then there was like an abortion truck outside. And then, I don't know, they were probably like, kill all Republicans. So that's the DNC. And we have Nicki Minaj, who also, I'm sure, twerks and does all these things. But she's talking about the actual genocide that's happening to Christians all over the world. I mean, I was in a room with my girlfriend and she's like, well, what do you mean? I was like, for how much is going on in the world? You don't know that Christians are being slaughtered around the world for being Christian? We're not talking thousands. We're talking millions. But yeah, no one talks about that. They're too busy screaming about whatever else is happening. People are still talking about Ukraine. I'm like, I I've literally never cared about Ukraine. I'm sorry. Ukraine is a shithole, war-torn, bloodthirsty place. I mean, when Hunter Biden's involved at the Department of Energy, how am I even supposed to care about that place? I've actually always been relatively pro-Russia. I kind of was like, that's a war you guys want to go to? Russia hasn't notoriously been known to be like taking a lot of shit from people. I'm not saying I like Putin and his leadership, but there's a lot of positives to it. A lot of negatives as well. I like that he threw that basketball bitch into jail for bringing weed into the country. He was like, that's cute. You can do that in America. We're going to torture you in prison here. Did you notice that what Brittany Griner, was that her name? You know, she was in jail for like a couple months there. She came back. She was like, America's pretty good. She was like the most anti-American hater like ever. And she came back and was like, this is a really nice place and we should really start to respect the laws around here. And I'm like, oh yeah, that worked. By the way, I actually am dying to go to Moscow. One of my best friends is Russian and she's just like, it is one of the most beautiful places. So, you know, if people weren't upset I went to Israel and then Qatar, just wait till I go to Russia. And then maybe I'll pop over to Ukraine after. I'd like to get both sides of what's going on. Charlie Kirk on the Democrats' treatment of Nicki Minaj 3 years ago. So Democrats' treatment of Nicki Minaj should be all the proof you need that they don't care about Black people, especially those they can't control. They use them every 4 years for their votes. So he was right, and we see that with the man on the street videos. What was the one? Ari did a really good one a while ago where because Democrats, this is Democrats, not me. Democrats' thing for years, and they only care about Black people during the election cycle, is Black people are so they can't get an ID to vote. Their words, not mine. We have all the street interviews of they're like, dude, you guys, they don't have Wi-Fi, they can't figure out internet. That's why we can't have voter IDs, everything like well, and then like they do all the street interviews and the Black person's like the DMV's at 23rd and 5th. And I'm like, okay, well, I was told by white Democrats, you guys cannot accomplish these things. But yeah, they go, oh, we're gonna give you slavery reparations, more EBT. They use them every 4 years. And I mean, they were right about it. JD Vance is not apologizing for being white anymore. Yeah.
Unlike the left, we stand against treating anybody. And I love what Nikki said about this. We don't treat anybody different because of their race or their sex.
Unless they're Muslim.
So we have relegated DEI to the dustbin of history, which is exactly where it belongs.
Laura Loomer's like, unless they're Muslim, we have to ban them all. She's such a ugly bitch.
In the United States of America, you don't have to apologize for being white anymore.
That's right, JD. That's right, baby.
And if you're an Asian, you don't have to talk around your skin color when you're applying for college because we judge people based on who they are, not on ethnicity and things they can't control.
But check the box that says Black or else you ain't getting in. So, doesn't matter how smart you are.
We don't persecute you for being male, for being straight, for being gay, for being anything. The only thing that we demand is that you be a great American patriot. And if you're that, you are very much on our team.
I like him. I don't know. It's weird. I've never really had anything negative to say about him. People are like, oh, he was like, I'm a never Trump guy. Okay, so was like Ben Shapiro. So we're like a bunch of these people. I don't understand. There's nothing wrong with changing your opinions on people. I feel like that's really healthy and what you're supposed to do. A lot of people on the left have just lifelong Democrats through and through and through. And I mean, they don't really have great opinions or ideas. So I don't see anything wrong with it. Rob Schneider at the TPUSA event commenting on the brutality of the left by stating how little violence with the right answered after Charlie's death. So I don't know. I didn't get to watch this because I was in an interview. So here's a clip of it.
We must let the better nature that each of us have rise to the surface.
He looks like Cat Williams.
Now, that after Charlie was murdered,
it's a crazy outfit.
No American cities were burned to the ground. No cars were set ablaze.
It's because we were at work.
No looting took place. The only burning was candles. Candles to honor someone who dearly loved our country and fought passionately to preserve these unique liberties that so many have fought and died for.
Everyone said his speech was like the most positive, like happiest, least divisive one in the whole place. And I was like, well, naturally, that was when I was shooting my show. We have, this came up on my X account. We have Dave Chappelle talking about some very interesting videos. We have him on Bill Maher and Saudi Arabia killing journalists versus Israel killing journalists. Well, there goes your bank accounts. Well, okay. I have I don't know. I have two opinions on that, both on totally different sides. I think because Tim Dillon, it was the comedy festival and wherever it was called, Riyadh or whatever. And yeah, we saw what they sent the comedians. There's no free speech. You can't talk about anything there. You can't make fun of them. Their race, religion, culture, women, royalties, politics. Like, you literally, there was no free speech there. So why, as a free speech comedian, are you going there? Obviously, first of all, okay, if I'm in your position, I'm accepting the money too. Like, I know you guys, especially Dave Chappelle, they offered what, Tim Dillon like $250,000? And he's like probably butthurt because they took it away. They probably offered him a lot of money. And look, if you're going there, you're doing comedy and you're leaving. I don't think you're going there to like pledge loyalty to Saudi Arabia, whatever it is. So it's like, yeah, is it shitty to do that? Because it should go against everything comedy, especially comedy in America, stands for. Yeah, did you get money? And I would do it in the same position, so I'm not going to be a hypocrite. Yeah. You know, Israel's kind of like can do no wrong. So that's difficult as well. Also, at the same time, a lot of those people that were labeled journalists were like, a lot of them had like ties to Hamas and stuff. Like, come on. They were not just like, they weren't like girls like me going out there to get the story. I know that a lot of those journalists, I believe, were actually like terrorists and they labeled them as journalists. Because you guys, at the end of the day, these aren't like honest people, okay? They live in like war-torn countries. The only thing is to take over, repopulate, survive, and then kind of kill everyone else around them. So like, I'm not going to be like, yeah, no, the Palestinians are really known for being honest, great people. I don't think Egypt would have that barbed wire around if they really thought that way. So I'm like, yes, a lot of them probably journalists, sure, but a lot of them were like also terrorists. So let's just play. I like to play both sides. I have no stake in any of this. I get accused 24/7. First, it was that I'm the Israel shill. Now I simp for Muslims and all this. I'm like, I wish you guys understood at the end of the day, I only care about America. There's like literally two places left I want to travel. Poland, because apparently it's like all white and there's no crime. Okay. And we've reviewed it on the show. I'd like to go to Japan because I actually like to be around Japanese people and everything's fantastic there. And, you know, Japan, they let in like 20,000 Muslims. They were like, yeah, we're just going to elect the furthest right person that's ever existed. That was the worst thing we did. Very smart people. But I'm just like, other than that, I'm like, I don't care. I don't care about any of these countries. I have no loyalty to them. I'll say bad things about them, good things about them. What do I give a shit? Dave Chappelle ironically says, I stand with Israel. Icon. I'm sorry, but that's kind of iconic. That's actually really good. It has to be something I would never say and don't listen to anything after. It's so funny. Oh, guys, is this on Netflix? I'm going to have to go watch this. We have Project Sunrise and rising war in Iran chatter. So, Trump administration reps have just revealed a $112 billion plan to rebuild war-torn Gaza into a futuristic international destination dubbed, Project Sunrise. The 10-year development plan is currently, Project Sunrise is going, we're all the, like, people, conspiracies that were more pro-Palestine on the right, kind of right about this. I mean, I made jokes about it, being like they should turn it into a Westfield Century City, because that's what the Middle East needs with an Aritzia. But I was just like, bro, Project Sunrise is the darkest name for something like this. Okay, I mean, it's a tough take, you guys. They want Gaza to be a high-tech coastal city. So didn't they say that Israel just wanted the real estate? And so they were like, well, okay, you guys, I mean, I don't even know. Like, look, the conspiracies are that like, oh, it was actually like Israel that did October 7th because they actually just wanted to start a war and kill them all and go get the land. And I'm like, I don't believe that, but I will say this looks highly suspicious and kind of crazy, and it's called Project Sunshine. It's like gonna be a Hilton built on top of like the bones of children. The bones of like 60,000 children, and it'll be called Project Sunrise. It really actually doesn't matter. No matter what side you're on, you should be able to be like, I would love to interview some of the really pro-Israel accounts on this. They'd probably be like, well, I think it's fantastic. I actually think we didn't kill enough of them. I actually didn't think we didn't actually level enough of them. I will say, you know what? I'll speak from the heart for a second. I was talking, a lot of my best friends are I went to Israel, loved it. I actually want to go back. I actually was saying, there's no point in bringing Jewish kids to Israel. It's, like, you need to bring people that are Christian and that are anti-Israel over there. That's how you, like, actually make a difference and change people's minds. And my mind was changed on a lot of things. I also still I'm America first through and through. So at the end of the day, I'm kind of like, you guys are cool, but, like, also life sucks here for a lot of people. But I'm just like, I actually notice that all of my hate for Israel and the government and once in a while Jewish people actually never came from Israel. It actually just came from the top pro-Israel, pro-Jewish commentators in the movement. They're actually the most annoying, hypocritical, sellout pieces of shit in this industry, and I'm glad a lot of them weren't there because I don't want to see them. And I'll probably name them by names eventually, but I noticed what they do to everyone in this industry. I posted on X and it went viral after like you'll see, I literally posted like 3 pro-Israel things yesterday. It's like, it's never going to stop. And I have no loyalty to Qatar either, but I'm just like, what they do, and Dave Smith called it out when he was debating Josh, whatever his name is. He was like, we come up here to debate policy and things like that. You come up here to debate our character. And they're very quick to be like, hey, we're going to take everything from you unless you're unapologetically with us. And also, this is why so many people in the movement have turned. This is why the right's breaking up. And it's one of those things where I'm just like, I said, I have made a career off of criticizing the president and the government and America. I made a career off of that, off of shitting on America and things I don't like. And also talking about how great it is. I was never once called anti-American. Why is that? But then the second I say something about a government somewhere else, all of a sudden it's different. I mean, you have influencers, I say something and they respond back. The influencers that do nothing but talk about Israel and America, I'm like, you need to move there. Like, you need to seriously move there. It's actually like becoming so exhausting because I'm like, most of them, I'm not joking at this point. I have not seen a post in years about anything about America. Anything about Americans. And I'm like, if you can't have loyalty to both places, you can support other countries. We're legit allies. You can be allies with other countries. Well, we need as many allies as possible. But it's like, if you only talk about one thing, I just don't know why you're part of an American movement. And if you think it's controversial to say America first, then you're really not in the right place. But I'm like, what they do is they always try to debate my character. I had like a Jewish mom because I said Israel kills people on purpose because every government kills people on purpose. Do you guys know they're actively doing tests right now in California? We don't know. And it was signed like 4 years ago, spraying stuff in our skies. Have you guys noticed how weird the fog is? And now I feel sick all the time and I'm losing my throat. Dude, I'll list all the conspiracies of all the things they've done knowingly killed. The U.S. knowingly kills people. It kills children. It experiments on pregnant women. But I was like, yeah, they knowingly kill people, which, by the way, I support because it's war. That's war. And that sucks and it's sad. But she's like, oh, so put it in text, Emily. So put it in text. You think Israel kills people? I go, whoa, what the is this? And I was like, oh, no problem. There you go. Text, send. And she's like, oh! And it's like, you see them writing to Fox, writing to Newsmax, blah, blah, blah. The other Jewish influencers like, maybe you should go help. Like, maybe you should go to Israel and volunteer because you're such a bad person. I'm so much better than you are. And I'm just like, so you have a rich dad. You took like a photo with black kids and that are starving and that makes you better than me. Like, it's gotten to the point where I'm like, I was talking to my pro-Israel Jewish friends there. And I said, I love you guys so much. You're some of the smartest, kindest people in the industry, but you seriously need to talk to the other influencers and be like, you guys have to shut the up. This policing of people and speech, attacking us, calling us anti-Semitic for all these things. I'm like, it's gotten so far and so crazy. It's just like, we've all had enough. And I'm like, by the way, that pushes people to actually dislike Jewish people and to hate Israel. 100%. It pushes people so far away because I never had bad thoughts until people said I was a bad person and said, and we're going to take everything from you and I'm going to actively try to destroy your career. And I'm like, we need to kind of talk to a lot of these influencers and be like, let's chill out. No one thought Ben Shapiro gave the best speech at Turning Point. The guy who went on stage and attacked everyone on the right on his own team, that's the guy who gave the best speech. A girl said that. Granted, I'm not a fan of her content, but I was like, wait a minute, he gave a better speech than Charlie? Than Charlie did for how many years? I'm like, I don't even understand. That was a long rant. I'm sorry. We have an ad for AIPAC where they explain how they buy U.S. politicians. Oh, shocker.
Let's talk about AIPAC.
Today, AIPAC.
Is this gonna do anything good for them? Were they like, this is good? Notice how everything in that is to literally help Israel. It's like, how can we use Americans and your money and all of you guys to promote our agenda and make life better and safer for everyone here? I'm like, yeah, I don't really like sweet. I'm like, when the kid in Palestine, when they like blow his family up and then he's sitting there and he like sees pieces of the bomb and he's like, oh, good, an American flag on it. I'm like, I don't really like that. I don't really like taking credit for that. Notice how it's the same with the influencers. Nothing about benefiting America. They're like, so how can we use your army, your politicians, your propaganda to strengthen us? Oh no, but it's our relationship. I'm like, what are you guys doing for us? I'm like, I'm really confused. Besides, like, becoming more powerful, I don't understand because most Americans don't know where Israel on his map. They don't care, and they're never gonna go there. So I'm like, it's not really like, it's not our place. It's not our country. And I'm like, this is kind of crazy. And also, like, they're doing it to Democrats and Republicans, which is, that's a lot of power. People were like, I thought this ad was like, they thought it was like a joke, and then they realized it was serious. And I was like, this ad was way too honest, to be honest. Kash Patel, when he's not doing podcasts with his girlfriend, wants to prioritize Israel. Jeez.
We need America to wake up and prioritize Israel and bring home Israelis and make sure we stand by our number one ally in Israel.
Yeah, Americans need to stop worrying about getting shot and stabbed, migration, and being poor. They need to prioritize a foreign nation that they know nothing about, that they're never gonna go to. Dude, you guys, at a certain point, Emily's really gotten a lot of influence from Qatar. No. But I care about America and I'm America first. And if I were to sit here and not talk about all this, I am 100% paid for and I am 100% a sellout. And you should consider me anti-American and you shouldn't support me or anything I say. The way all those people will never talk about anything about this. They won't criticize it. They won't bring it up. They won't show the clips on their show. No, you shouldn't support them. They don't care about you. And they're probably making a lot of bank. But I'm like, so he went from being like, we need to care about them. You know what's so funny? Imagine if you said that about any other country. Dude, Israel's not our only ally. Why do we act like it's literally us and their United States of Israel? We have a lot of allies. We have a lot of people we're in good standing with. Actually, we should probably work a little harder to be in better standing with the people who could actually kill us all. We should work a little harder to have better relations and, to put China in its place so we don't become China or Russia and all these places who are not around when it comes to a lot of things. We're kind of, and like Netanyahu being like, you guys wouldn't exist for us. I said, if we dropped support for you for 24 hours, get back to me then. Like literally, I mean, at a certain point, like let's put them in their place. I don't understand. People tell me all the time that they have much better lives there than us. And I go, why? They shouldn't. If you need us, if you're my broke friend and I pay for you and I help you out, you shouldn't have a better life than me. If your existence relies on me, you should have a better life. I'm sorry, like at a certain point, it would be shitty of me to act like I don't see all of these things. And it doesn't even change my stance. I do think they're an ally and I align with them and I want all the people there to be safe. And the people that live next to them are kind of crazy terrorists, unfortunately, and they're really up. And they're also like very extreme. You have no education, so they're mentally an extreme religion that's violent. So it doesn't breed good people. It just doesn't. It's really not good for anyone around the world. We see all these similar people going into the UK. We have studies of Palestinians going places and nothing good happens. But like to ignore all of this and watch the creators who do, they're compromised. Netanyahu asked Trump to support another attack on Iran during a December 29th meeting at Mar-a-Lago. Well, there you go. Hey, Iran, who apparently is our biggest threat, who's been going to go nuclear and kill us for how long? And by the way, are we getting information from anyone but Israel on this? Are we getting information from anyone else? Is Japan being like, yo, you guys should watch Iran? Like, it's funny that it's only coming from them. I voted for Trump because I don't want to be in wars. I don't want my money going to wars. I don't want bombs killing kids with American flags on it. I understand war is necessary and everyone loves it because they make tons of money. I think it's sad and I voted to be out of it. I want that money going to us, to Americans. People have shitty lives here. You know how many people don't have health insurance because they can't afford it? And then when they get on it, it sucks anyways because you still have to pay $10,000 out of pocket. I mean, honestly, it's like that's America first. This is where we need to move. This is why the right is so divided. And I think it's fair. I think it's fair. I mean, you have Laura Loomer, I see on Twitter, being like, we should make America anti-Muslim. And it's like, okay, but that's also straight up just anti. We literally shouldn't let Muslims in. So we're going to ask people, hey, you're brown. What's your religion? What do you believe in? Do you wear shit on your head? Okay, you're not getting into our country. That's crazy to say that. Even though I kind of agree with it, it's actually insane. Like, she's crazy. And someone just married her, but he's probably gay, like most of the Republican husbands. Hey, can we stop crashing Grindr every time we have a conference? Do you know how bad when I have to like liberals who are like, oh, Grindr at CPAC at Turning Point, they can't even keep up with the servers. And I'm like, can we stop doing that? It's really embarrassing. I mean, when liberals talk shit on us and I have to like their posts, and I'm like, yeah, let's stop. Dude, you can use a normal dating app and set it to like, I like men. You don't have to go on Grindr. That's the most annoying part. It just makes us look like everyone is secretly gay, and that's really embarrassing for us. It's really embarrassing. Woke medicine is getting a reality check. So, yeah, this is a huge story. I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's been going around. 1.7 million children have found that myocarditis and pericarditis only appeared in children who received the mRNA vaccines. Not a single unvaccinated child in the group suffered from these heart-related problems. So they gave 1.7 million children the vaccine, and now they all have heart problems. Okay, so in my opinion, that these people should be sitting in front of us in a court, and this should literally be like crimes against humanity. I don't know how is it less than this? I was told that this doesn't happen. I was told that no one's dying of heart attacks, no one has heart inflammation. You gave 1.7 million kids heart problems? Does that seem good to anyone? Does that seem like people should be held accountable? Kind of like when I say something bad, I should be held accountable. Well, I didn't give 1.7 million kids myocarditis and future heart attacks. I think if I should be held accountable for calling someone's 9-year-old you should be held accountable for ruining millions of kids' health and life. Is that okay? Is that okay to say? So we have Scott Wiener criticizes Trump for issuing a new proposed rule blocking the genital mutilation surgeries of children because he's a Allegedly.
Today, Trump did one of the cruelest things that he's done so far, and he's done a lot of cruel things. He issued a proposed rule. It's not final yet, and it's going to be litigated, but a proposed rule to effectively eliminate health care for trans young people in any hospitals. And what he did was to say to hospitals, if you commit the mortal sin of providing health care to trans kids, even if their families support it, even if their doctors support it, you're going to lose all Medicare and Medicaid funding, which would effectively mean closing down hospitals. So these people...
Is he just in public filming this?
People so much that they're willing to close down entire hospitals.
He could film at home because there's probably kids locked up.
God forbid, provides health care to a trans young person. This is despicable. It's bigoted. We need to make sure that hospitals don't just accept this. We have to fight this. And I also want to say, this is on Trump and Republicans for trying to eliminate trans people. It is so despicable. But in a vote in the House of Representatives yesterday,
it's like we are trying to eliminate them because they don't exist.
Healthcare for trans young people. 4 Democrats voted in favor of that ban, and it would have failed without those 4 votes. Democrats need to have trans people's backs. And
wait,
I just want to
even Democrats voted against this? That's how you know how bad it is. Democrats who literally vote in favor of all the craziest stuff, not deporting illegals who kids, but they're like, Democrats were even like, this is too far. I like how there's no such thing as a trans kid. There's mentally ill parents who aren't good parents, so they have trans kids for a little bit because they want attention. It's socially fun. You can go on TikTok now as a trans kid and like make money and be famous, but there's no such thing. So to be like, oh, right, well, the doctor said that the 9-year-old's good to go cut his dick off and become a woman. And I mean, he, like, seriously, like, no one is in favor of this. I don't know why, like, how long till we get a permit to, check his hard drive? It's, like, actually kind of insane. This guy is so weird. So weird. And Matt, who's for that? There's no such thing. Trans people are just mentally ill people. That's it. That's it. And there's no such thing as a trans kid because kids are confused and they don't know what they're doing. They're just going along with what adults are doing. So usually they have weird freak parents, so they become weird freaks. If trans kids were with different parents, if they were with my parents, they wouldn't be trans. They'd be like, you want to be homeless? Like, we're literally, do you need to be just punched in the face? Like, literally, what do you need? Because you need to stop being weird because we don't have time for this shit. We have jobs and you have to get a job too because you don't have rich parents. So, like, we need to get this going. We have a video of a male can't compete in women's sports due to Trump's executive order. Wow, common sense. Oh,
my name is Sadie
come
Schreiner.
on.
I'm a trans athlete that competes in track and field, and today I was supposed to be competing in Boston University's Valentine Invitational. I paid the $120. They put me on the heat sheet. They accepted my entry, and I was perfectly
Bring it to
ready
Russia.
to go and drive down to Boston just like I did a year before.
It'll come back normal.
Less than 24 hours before I was supposed to step on the track to compete.
Was it at an ICP concert before it recorded this?
Claiming that the executive order...
This thing doesn't even do sports.
Despite Massachusetts law, despite their own transgender policy, and despite me being an unattached athlete, they banned me without any investigation or discussion. Which
just went to a random school. Was like, I want to compete.
Be going to compete.
I just left a concert and I'm ready to go.
Unattached or part of a school, they can simply say to you, we think you were assigned male at birth, and so we're not going to allow you to compete.
Yeah, that would be fair.
I make this video to document how universities were responding to the recent executive order and show that
notice they're never in nice houses.
Federal documents.
They're never just like white kids that grew up like in nice houses.
They're not even simply calling me before banning me. They are hearing word that I was assigned male at birth.
I would say we're actually, that's enough. It's too much already. I would say we're actually gonna let you compete, and get ready. We have a first class flight for you. You're going to Moscow this weekend, and we're gonna put you with a bunch of other things like you. You're gonna have a really good weekend over there. But once you're there, we don't legally, we don't have jurisdiction over there. Then somehow this thing's gonna come back and it's just gonna be completely normal, totally fixed. Couple bruises, but it'll come back normal. I'm just like, why do we just allow people like this? It's like, I hate that you can only go as fast in society as just the lowest functioning person. I'm actually shocked that we're still a country at this point, because the lowest people have now consumed all the top spots. And it's like, thank God, I don't know. I wish we had more wins in this administration. I'm sure we do if I really looked into it. But that's like such a common sense one. Like, sorry, Scott Wiener, we're not cutting off 9-year-olds' dicks with doctors because you guys all want to make money. That would be insane. We're not having men and women's sports. Girls deserve to have sports, and they deserve to feel safe. They don't need to be changing in front of men. That's crazy. And I'm like, look, those are wins at the end of the day across the board. Even Democrats are like, this has gone too far. We have California becoming a wasteland. Parts of it already are. Man in California claims insurance refused to cover treatments for an illness, causing it to turn into a terminal illness.
Hi.
Oh, God.
My name is Jared Rogelstad, and I have a death sentence, but I'm going to share my story before I pass to expose this messed up healthcare system. I got sick at a very young age, and it was GI issues my entire life until earlier this year. And now I'm terminal. I'm 23 years old.
Wow, thought he was way older.
Terminal due to multiple health conditions, including antibiotic-resistant bacteria and infections. My insurance would not cover treatment for my conditions, so they became terminal. I got tired of being tied to tubes and everything, so I decided to completely withdraw care and stop all curative measures. I'm 23 years old, and I'm dying because of insurance. Not only that, there's an option for the terminally ill in California where a doctor prescribe you poison to drink, and
this is a thing.
You die in about an hour or two. My insurance wouldn't cover treatment, but they cover that medication.
Okay, pause it. Okay, well, here's the thing, Jared. Did you ever think what you could do for Israel? This is all sad, but like, did you, like, in all of your selfish years on this planet, suffering with no one in America to help you and not being able to afford insurance, did you ever think what you could do for them? Did you ever think how people there might feel? Okay, so let's get this straight. This is very sad, obviously. So you, first of all, everything wrong with us stems from the gut. If you have GI issues, you need to go see a GI, but more than that, you need to go to a holistic doctor. You need to get tests done. Everything wrong with us stems from the gut. We also have severe inflammation in our brains. A lot of people need to do heavy metal detoxes, all this. Also, all the vaccines we've been given. We're pretty sick. We're pretty sick people. Even me, like, I live a pretty decent lifestyle. I got a lot wrong with me. I got a lot of GI issues, but it's just like, so insurance is like, hey, we know you're dying. Super sad. We've abandoned you your whole life. We refuse to treat you, help you. You have lived a life of pretty much nothing but suffering. The good news is, you know what is covered? We're going to help you kill yourself. And that is on us. And they give you a poison to drink. This is the most, like, are we in like World War II right now? I don't even understand. A poison to drink? Dude, that would radicalize me. I would look at them and be like, that's funny you think that's how I'm going out. I'd be like, where do you live? I would be like, I'm going to make Grand Theft Auto real life if you guys think that covered by insurance, you're going to give me poison. Yeah, not going out that way, guys. You're going to see me on the news. I'm going to be on Fox Local tonight. San Francisco's once premier shopping center, Westfield Mall, my favorite malls, the Sunday before Christmas. Where's all the homeless and migrants to make it beautiful? Well, is this because everyone's poor? Is that the call to prayer? What city is this in? Where's all the blacks running out of the stores? What happened? Is everything locked up? I mean, I don't know, maybe they stole everything they already need. There's just there's no point to even go back. They're like, well, we got everything for now. Westfield Mall, Century City, that's my favorite mall. It's such a shit show, though. The parking structure and everything. I don't know. I also think we're over. So I even thought about it this weekend. Southwest, I paid $35 to check my bag on top of paying for the flight. It was overweight, so they charged me $100. So I paid $135 for my bag to fly to Arizona. And I was like, so next time I'm driving. Like, what is this? So overall, I spent pretty much $200 so my bag to get to the destination. But I'm just like, I don't know. We're over consumers on such a disgusting level. We have so much shit where for Christmas this year, I was like, not only do I not need anything, none of you are getting anything because we don't need anything. We have everything and more. It's gross. And also, I think a lot of people are like broke, so they're not going to be out shopping. The only people that have money are like, what was the Pakistanis are getting like $7,000 a month on government money. Surprised they're not flooding the malls. Oakland, California, the state of their U.S. Postal Service. Yeah. Looks like Grand Theft Auto. It'd be funny if they were sitting in it while they were spray painting. They're just like, what a beautiful place, you guys. Diversity is our biggest strength. Why lock up criminals when they can paint the whole town for free? Like, what's the point? Gladstone's is becoming a bus depot next to the beach. So should piss off everyone in California.
Some idiot decided to tear down Gladstone's and replace this beautiful real estate right at the beach with a bus depot. Could you imagine a bus depot? I've been coming to Gladstone since I'm a teenager. This is a landmark right at the beach. I found the next person I'm going to fire. The guy who decided this should be a bus depot. Now, you want to know why they want it to be a bus depot? Because they want to upzone it and build apartments in this neighborhood. It's all about money. There's no regard for nature, for beauty, for traffic, for human life. It's always about money. Well, not under my watch. I've been to bus depots. Bus depots.
Who's this guy? Is he in politics?
They smell like urine. They always turn out bad. This will not happen under the Ethan Penner governorship.
Oh, he's running for governor. Well, you're third because we got 2 Republicans ahead of you right now. But I like you. I like the bus thing, but the other ones aren't going to stand for that either. Yeah, it's all about money. You know what's so funny? The left tries to be the party of like, oh, we care about nature and beauty and shit in the air, all this stuff. And then they're like, let's put a bunch of poor people in apartments right next to the ocean. Not a beautiful restaurant, which preserves the view and caters to the people that live there and is like great and also like historical. Let's just build a bunch of high rises to block the view so no one can go there. Because you know what? There's nothing I want more this Christmas than for poor people to have beachfront property in Malibu. I like working my entire life knowing I'll never have that, but crackheads will. Kind of like Santa Monica with all the housing they're putting in. A pickleball court to become affordable housing in Santa Monica on 4th Street. Well, there you go, guys. This is the shit you guys vote for. Enjoy. You could have pickleball. Now you'll have homeless people. There you go. I don't know what to say. Like, you guys vote for this. There's people, I said on the plane, there's people, the Palisades was a very Democrat area. And a lot of them, their homes burned to the ground. And they will vote for Gavin Newsom to be president. They will. Seriously. You could burn another one of their homes down. They're actually insane. And so at a certain point, you're just like, I don't really know what to do. But we have a video. Delusional people can be funny. Sometimes.
Rip it. Yeah. Yeah, there's a big man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Man.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. You. I'm a woman. Oh, yeah. Man. I'm a woman.
Oh, my.
Respect that.
That's not a woman.
Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
Don't call me a man.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, what is that?
Oh my God. We need a mandatory draft. Like a mandatory draft. People actually have to go to war. It's really, we need in this country. Even, honestly, women too. Women suck so bad now. I actually think the women should go to war as well. I know it's like, it's the pick me. I don't care. I have someone. Doesn't matter to me. But I'm just like, it's so hard. I left a comment on a video of Nick Fuentes and Pierce Morgan because he's like, I just don't want to be around women. I just rather be alone. And I was like, as a woman, I can confirm they're very stressful to be around. And it really takes a lot out of me. And they're becoming more entitled and more useless. So I don't really understand how men are dating now because I understand from a woman's perspective what you want. But I'm like, yeah, but what you want doesn't really align with who you are. So it's very difficult. I was like, yeah, most women are very annoying, but it's also, you mix it with being dumb and then very entitled. And that's just, it's kind of a train wreck. Like, I kind of get why men and women just at this point have nothing in common anymore. And also, I was like, it's not even really beneficial for men these days, unless if you want to get married and have a family and you have a lot of money and you're set up and you're a provider, great. But I was like, talking to my girlfriends yesterday, I was like, it's kind of a shit deal for a man. It's like, do you want to date me? Okay, so you're going to have to deal with me. my emotions, all the shit I go through. I mean, imagine dating me because I'm like this 24/7. And then also you have to pay for everything. So you're going to be spending tons of money. And I'm going to get a dog and you're going to pay for it. It's like, I genuinely like kind of wanted to look at my girlfriends like, what's the benefit to dating us? I'd rather be gay. I would turn myself gay. I'd be like, when I could be with a dude and just chill, and he probably has a job. I think that's actually why everyone is becoming more gay, because I think most straight men have realized that it's actually a significantly better path. Because if you're horny and want to have sex with a woman, it's very easy. And also you can just pay for it. But it's like, do I want to spend a lifetime with you and your bullshit, spending God knows how much money, or I could just hang out with him and he's awesome and has a job. So I'll give more dating advice next week. Love you guys. Make sure you subscribe.